everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ben, amateur call sign K0BJJ, and you're watching Spotter Jutting Amateur Radio. Today, we are going to be talking about the lids, the gnomes, the old hats, the OGs, whatever you want to call them, of amateur radio, and how we as amateurs go about interacting with them, dealing with them, coexisting with them. So this topic was actually suggested from a viewer like yourself. So if you have any topics you would like covered, please drop them in the comments below. We'll get them added to the list. We'll see what we can do. So I want to talk to you about if these people are a good thing. And these people who I'm referring to, anyone in amateur radio knows who I'm talking about when I say the old hats, the lids, the gnomes. Y'all know who I'm talking about. And I'm going to start out with saying, yes, they are a good thing for these reasons. They carry our traditions and pass on our traditions. They have a wealth of knowledge. A lot of these individuals have been in amateur radio for decades and have built antennas, built radios, have done a lot. That experience is something that we will get in time, but currently don't have. But that's where it ends. They are not good for our hobby in the fact that they can be extremely rude and vulgar, and people will tell you you'll just deal with it. Well, we'll get to that in a minute. But they aren't good when you are an activator on a Parks on the Air or Summits on the Air, or, hey, I'm just going to fire up the HF radio home and I'm going to sit out there and call. And I've cleared the frequency, asked if it's in use 3 times, got no response, start doing my activity, and then all of a sudden someone gets mad at me because I'm on their frequency, even though I asked if it was being used multiple times. And they start hitting their auto tuner on me. They start getting on, being rude, talking over me, through me, whatever. Instead of just getting on the frequency and saying, hey, K0BJJ, I know you're in the middle of something, but we've had a net here for the last 15 years. Can you QSY somewhere else? So that way we can have our net. If someone comes up to me like that on the bands, I'm going to apologize to them. I'm going to say, yes, I'm sorry I didn't know. And I'll get out of here. Just let me do an all call so that way I can let everyone know, hey, I'm going elsewhere. I didn't mean to interfere, didn't mean to use your the net frequency. But we often don't get people like that in our interactions. These people will sit there and they'll watch on the Parks on the Air page, and they will find the Parks on the Air frequencies because they don't like Parks on the Air because it's, I don't know how they consider it, killing ham radio or killing the tradition, but they don't like Parks on the Air activators for some reason. They'll sit there and they'll hit tuners on them constantly. And if you're one of these people who does that, tune up on me all you want. I'm not going anywhere. I will not move off that frequency if I hear someone maliciously and intentionally hitting a tuner on me. You're killing your hobby by doing that. When you get on the frequency and you start being vulgar to us and you start being obnoxious, you're killing your hobby. Because even though I'm set in my ways and I'm not going anywhere, that 13-year-old that just got his general license and you're doing that too, he might put his radio away and never get back on again. And believe it or not, you're at the end of your life. You're at the end of your hobby. You're at the end of your radio experience. Don't ruin it for the kid who just got his license. He is the future. She is the future. Don't ruin it for them. Be a good example. Be a role model. Be an elmer to that individual and show them how to properly request that they move, how to politely get what you want, or to politely, accept your defeat. If they say, well, I'm not moving off this frequency, how hard is it for you to say, well, in 5 minutes, can I do an all call and tell the net that we're moving elsewhere? I wouldn't do that to you. But how hard would it be to do that for someone? I want to take a quick minute, and you guys see a QR code now starting on my videos. If you hit that QR code and make a donation, I greatly appreciate it. This channel is 100% viewer paid for at this point, so you guys are making all this content worthwhile. New antennas and everything, that's on you. So thank you in advance for your donation. Also, at 500 subscribers, guys, we're giving away a Yaesu handheld, a Polymer Engineers 31 mix Toroid, Plasma Storm is going to be throwing in a soldering station. We're giving away at 500 subs, and I want you to be part of it. So subscribe today and get your name in there. Now I want to move on to what we can do about it. And honestly, our options are extremely limited to what we can do. If we know who the interfering station is, we can get a video or audio recording of them interfering, submit it to the FCC, and submit a complaint. Now, whether the FCC does something with that is on the FCC. But legally, your legal course of action, that's about the only thing you can do. The biggest thing we can do is just coexist with them. Like I said, if they're going to auto-tune on me, I'm not leaving. If they're going to be vulgar to me, I may or may not leave, depending on the level of interference. Normally, when I encounter these individuals doing POTAs, it's when I'm already actually got the park activated, so I might just call it a day. But we need to learn to coexist. They're not going away. For every lid, gnome, whatever you want to call them, that goes silent key, that passes on, one is there to replace them. They're not going away. They will always be there. And we need to learn how we can coexist with one another peacefully as possible. So, if you're a general and you get nailed with these guys, try a different band. There's normally an open band somewhere. And yeah, it might not be the one you want, but try. With that, everyone, I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, if you have suggestions for videos in the future, drop them in the comments below. With that, I'm going to say see you later. 7-3. These supporters over here are the ones making it worthwhile right now with monetary donations. So thank them. Also, I love them. They're awesome. We'll see you next time.